Had a very interesting discourse with Fee recently over the number of games the Fever have broadcasted this season compared to other teams who've also got stars on them. So I'm curious what you make of W's decision to lean into highlighting its stars, even if, they aren't the best.
I think it's all about money, marketing, and we cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. I'm not going to act like it's something that we don't see. She's had a huge effect called the Caitlin Clark effect. Yes, have we ever had teams have to get into larger arenas to play against a team? No, we have not. So if we have more eyeballs on the game and Caitlin Clark brings that, why would we feel some kind of way because she has more television games? I think we have to understand that when one player eats, we all eat. And as we all get more opportunities, it just opens it up for everyone else. And I think Caitlin has said that even herself in certain interviews. And I love that. I love that she's not the player who's like, it's all about her. It's not. She's giving love and homage to those of us that have come before her. She shares the wealth with her teammates, and she doesn't have to do that. So I just don't, again, I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this game just as a lot of other players have. But it is what it is. And I think that we are all benefiting from the effects that she's had on the game. And I just appreciate the way she shows up. Listen, she's a competitor. She's a trash talker. She makes players around her better. She's exciting to watch. And quite frankly, I've missed seeing her.
So there you have it. Another legend making it crystal clear. The Caitlin Clark effect is real. And instead of fighting it, people should be embracing it. Lisa Leslie isn't shying away from the truth. She straight up admits she misses watching Caitlin Clark play. She wishes Clark was part of Unrivaled because, let's be real, Caitlin is pure entertainment. She competes at the highest level. She talks her talk, she plays hard, and she delivers every single night. And Lisa drops a fact that can't be ignored. Before Caitlin Clark, the WNBA had never had to move games to NBA arenas. That's history being made. That's impact. And instead of celebrating it, instead of realizing that every player in those games gets more exposure, what did we see all season? Hate. Jealousy. Extra physicality. Refs swallowing their whistles when Clark should have been at the free throw line way more often. Imagine how much higher her numbers would have been if she got the calls she deserved. But did Caitlin Clark complain? No. She took it all in stride. She never ran to the media, never cried about unfair treatment, never threw shade at the players constantly coming at her. She could have easily aired them out in interviews, but she didn't. Even when the Kennedy Carter cheap shot happened. Basketball play. Angel Reese's foul. Basketball play. Every hard foul. Every trap. Every full court press. Basketball play. And guess what? None of it fazed her. No matter how tough, how physical, how relentless the defense was, Caitlin Clark adapted. She figured it out. She kept coming and she kept delivering. Now, Lisa Leslie is making it clear, Caitlin Clark was must-watch basketball and she's missed out Unrivaled. Let's hear it straight from Lisa herself.
Being at Unrivaled, she was there. I missed seeing her play, so I really look forward to seeing her.
I'm really looking forward to seeing her play. That's the clip we all saw floating around on X and Twitter. But now that I've heard the full interview, yeah, this is even better. First off, I gotta touch on something real quick. Right here, this lady made a statement talking about someone not being the best player. Now, I don't know exactly who she was referring to, but let's be real, what are we even talking about here?
Even if, they aren't the best.
What do you mean they aren't the best? Caitlin Clark is the best. And let's not act like the Indiana Fever isn't stacked with talent. We're talking about some of the best in the league. Kelsey Mitchell, DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard, a 3-time champion, and Sydney Colson, a 2-time champion. Am I right? I believe so.
I think it's all about money, marketing, and...
It all comes down to money and marketing, right? Isn't that the big goal for all the players constantly complaining? Isn't the goal higher pay, bigger salaries, and more opportunities? But instead of embracing the thing that's actually bringing in the money, Caitlin Clark, all we see is denial, denial, denial. It's ridiculous. It's weird. People say, oh, how did Caitlin Clark get this? But not the defending champs. Simple, because people want to see what they want to see. The ratings prove it. And let's be real, every single player in the WNBA has the same opportunities. Y'all play in the same league, you have the same social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Caitlin Clark doesn't get extra hours in the day. She has the same 24 hours as every other player. The difference? She puts in the work. Caitlin Clark isn't out here begging for attention on social media. Every time we see her, she's in the gym, at a game, supporting an organization, doing an interview, working on her craft. She's not complaining. She's not crying about what she doesn't have. Even Lisa Leslie said it. Caitlin Clark is trying to make waves for the entire league. And instead of appreciating that, people act like it's a slap in the face. Meanwhile, we have players going on podcasts, ranting on Twitter, making themselves look bad. And fans are watching like, why would we support this? Aren't you supposed to be professional athletes? Then act like it. And let's not forget, Caitlin Clark has had all this hype, all this pressure, and what does she do? She performs. That's the key. She delivers. She puts on a show every single time she steps on the court. And the numbers don't lie. There's a reason it costs 5 times more to attend a Caitlin Clark game than any other WNBA game. There's a reason marketing teams put her face front and center. There's a reason Indiana Fever games are getting announced before anyone else's. There's a reason every podcast, every sports show, every media outlet is talking about Caitlin Clark. Every time a player breaks a record, who are they compared to? Caitlin Clark. Even when Kelsey Mitchell is in the conversation, the story still goes back to Caitlin Clark. Until the league as a whole realizes this and stops focusing on tearing her down, it will never grow. The crazy part? Caitlin Clark doesn't even hate y'all. She doesn't take shots at anyone. She doesn't go out of her way to talk negatively. And yet, all she gets in return is hate. I know I'm going on a little rant here, but the facts are the facts.
And we cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. I'm not going to act like it's something that we don't see.
We can't deny it. Why can't y'all understand? This is coming straight from Lisa Leslie. This isn't some made-up narrative. This is reality. You have to be blind not to see what's happening. You've never had these viewership numbers before. You've never had these brand deals before. You've never had this level of media coverage before. You've never been on social media this much before. You weren't getting this many nationally televised games. You weren't playing in NBA arenas. No NBA players were openly talking about the WNBA.
But now?
Now all of that is happening.
And why?
Because of Caitlin Clark. She's paving the way. And despite all the hate, all the criticism, all the unnecessary drama, she continues to speak positively about the league. She's using her platform to uplift the game, yet y'all are still trying to tear her down. Talking about a strike? A lockout? Complaining about not getting hit enough?
Come on, man.
Knock it off. I'm not even going to get into the economics of the league, the financials, or the business side of things. That's a whole different conversation. But let's be real. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are the only ones who actually brought money into the league last year. They're the reason there's more revenue. They're the reason people are paying attention. Yet instead of embracing it, y'all are fighting it. You keep saying it's unfair that the Fever have all these national TV games. But be honest. Who else was bringing this level of impact? Nobody. Nobody was talked about like Caitlin Clark. Nobody had this level of interest. It's Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark. And until you accept that, the league will never grow. Jump on board.
Stop resisting it.
Be part of the movement, just like Sophie Cunningham. She gets it. But the rest of y'all? You're actively trying to sink the ship instead of riding the wave. And guess what? The biggest names in sports media see it too. Matt Barnes said it. Stephen A. Smith said it. Even Cheryl Swoops had to acknowledge it. Though, let's be honest, that felt scripted. Watch the clip again. She kept looking off to the side like she was reading something. What were you reading, Cheryl? And the numbers don't lie. Every major network that actually matters, every mainstream media outlet, they all have Caitlin Clark on the agenda. And I wonder why. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm out.
She's had a huge effect called the Caitlin Clark effect. Yes, have we ever had teams have to get into larger arenas to play against a team? No, we have not. So if we have more eyeballs on the game and Caitlin Clark brings that, why would we feel some kind of way because she has more television games? I think we have to understand that when one player eats, we all eat. And as we all get more opportunities, it just opens it up for everyone else. And I think Caitlin has said that even herself in certain interviews. And I love that. I love that she's not the player who's like, it's all about her. It's not. She's giving love and homage to those of us that have come before her. She shares the wealth with her teammates, and she doesn't have to do that. So I just don't, again, I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this game just as a lot of other players have.
If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you.